Take this with a grain of salt given the source, but according to allkpop, Dong Suk is expected to head to the US this summer to film a new Marvel project as Gilgamesh. And while the most obvious movie would be The Eternals 2, it seems way too early for filming on that project to be starting. But who knows? Maybe Marvel Studios has a really good idea for the second, and it's going to be really important for the future of Phase 4 on the cosmic side. If it isn't for The Eternals 2 though, I don't really know what other project it could be for, since he died in The Eternals, so it would have to be set in the past. Next, according to the DisInsider, Loki Season 2 will start filming this summer in England. This makes sense because we know Season 2 is coming. It was confirmed in Loki's finale, and given that Loki and Sylvie have been rumored to appear in the Multiverse of Madness, it could bounce off of everything that happens in that movie. Moving on, according to Lizzie Hill, as far as I've heard, Ironheart is still filming in Georgia in April along with Echo now, but I can't comment on Armor Wars at the moment. We know that Echo was fast-tracked because Kevin Feige really liked Alaqua Cox's performance in the show, and now that the Kingpin made his MCU debut, this show will tie together all the loose ends from Hawkeye and even help flesh out Daredevil in the MCU even further, given that his and Echo's stories are so connected in the comics. On the other hand, it also makes sense that Ironheart would start filming soon, since she's gonna make her MCU debut in Black Panther Wakanda Forever and later go on to appear in Armor Wars. The only thing that actually surprised me is that Armor Wars itself won't start filming soon. Given everything Marvel Studios already has in the pipeline, it's obvious that Armor Wars won't release until late 2023 or early 2024, if not later. But with them hinting at Happy as well as Matt Murdock appearing in the show in Spider-Man No Way Home, you'd think that it would come sooner. But then again, they do have a lot of other stuff that needs to be set up first. Next, we have some new details on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and mainly Wundagore Mountain, which will play a major role in Wanda's story. According to Feiticeira Escarlate Brasil, our sources said that in this film, there's the Darkhold Castle, which is a stronghold to worship the Scarlet Witch, and there will be a lot of explanations regarding the Scarlet Witch mythology in this place. And this was also later corroborated by GMG, who said yeah, it's true. In Multiverse of Madness, the Darkhold's castle appears, and it's based on the 1979 Avengers Knights of Wundagore comic that explains the origin of Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch and the history of the dreaded document dubbed the Darkhold. So depending on how much of this comic is adapted for the movie, we could maybe even see Evan Peters return and actually play Quicksilver, not Ralph Bohner. But the most important thing is that we're gonna learn more about the Darkhold and the Scarlet Witch's powers and history in the MCU. And lastly, we have a plot leak for World War Hulk. But like always, take it with a grain of salt as it's coming from 4chan. And while things on 4chan have been fully or partially right in the past, it's by no means confirmed. But here's your spoiler warning just in case it is right. Anyway, the leaker starts off by saying World War Hulk will release in either 2024 or 2025, and 2025 or 2026 because it will be 2 parts and will also adapt some parts of Civil War 2. The first film will be a Hulk-centric movie with him in space fighting Skarr and eventually turning into World Breaker Hulk by the end. Part 2 will feature multiple MCU heroes as they decide whether to kill the Hulk or to keep him alive. This eventually leads to a fight between 2 different sides, but they eventually come together to kill the Hulk. The heroes featured will be She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Sam Wilson, Monica Rambeau, Doctor Strange, Thor, Jane Foster, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Yelena Belova, War Machine, Spider-Man, Songbird, Mr. Fantastic, Miss Marvel, Daredevil, Sersi, and Black Knight. Some heroes will also die during the fight, likely Hawkeye and War Machine. Now while I can't comment on how true this leak is, and given how accurate, or better yet, inaccurate 4chan leaks have been in the past, I'm not too hopeful. It does sound really good. I think that if something like this were actually done, it could make for some really good movies and finally give us the Hulk story we've been missing in the MCU. The one thing we do at least know is that a World War Hulk movie is planned. But when it'll come out, what it'll be about, or which characters will appear is something we can only guess about at this point. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Are you excited for Loki Season 2? What else would you like to learn about the Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange 2? Do you think this plot leak is real, and how excited are you for World War Hulk? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you will never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.